Today on Rappler. Authorities probe an incident where a Filipino fishing boat was driven away by Chinese Coast Guard from Ayungin Shoal. President Marcos believes there's no plot to oust Clarita Carlos as security advisor. Gregorio Catapang Jr. officially replaces Bantag as Bucor chief. A man kills at least 10 in a Chinese New Year shootout in Southern California. Korean actor Seon-Ho delights fans during his Manila fan meet. Astros Moonbin and Sanha are coming to Manila. And a documentary on BTS J-Hope comes out in February. The Philippine Coast Guard investigates an incident involving a Chinese Coast Guard vessel or a CCGV that allegedly drove away a Filipino fishing boat in Ayungin Shoal in January. Filipino fishing boat Captain Lito Alos reports to the PCG that CCGV 5204 allegedly drove them away while they were fishing in the waters of Ayungin Shoal on January 9. CCGV 5204 is said to have maneuvered towards the fishing boat around 800 yards away and deployed a rigid-hull inflatable boat. The China Coast Guard personnel on board the inflatable gestured for the Filipino fishermen to leave the area. Upon receiving the report, PCG Task Force Pag-asa immediately deployed additional Coast Guard vessels to strengthen presence in the West Philippine Sea. The PCG says it is collecting evidence and more information that will be forwarded to the Department of Foreign Affairs. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says he believes there was no plot to oust Clarita Carlos as his national security advisor, contrary to her claim that people were moving against her. Marcos says Carlos felt there were people who were moving against her in government, but he told her he doesn't really think so. In an interview with One News, Carlos says critics have been trying to attack her reputation since day one. The president also says Carlos did not enjoy her time in government because she used to work in the academe. Carlos has moved to the Congressional Policy and Budget Research Department of the House of Representatives. Malacanang announced Carlos' resignation on January 14 and the appointment of former Interior Secretary Eduardo Año as the new National Security Advisor. Department of Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says Acting Bureau of Corrections Director General Gregorio Catapang Jr. will officially succeed his embattled predecessor Bantag. Remulla says the ad interim appointment papers can take a matter of hours, but says he might get it tomorrow during their cabinet meeting. Catapang says the appointment will allow him to implement his reform agenda at full speed, such as the regionalization and decongestion of the new Bilibid prison. Catapang was first tasked to lead the prison's bureau in October after Bantag was suspended amid questions surrounding the killing of broadcaster Percy Lapid. Bantag was later implicated and now faces murder complaints in relation to the death of Lapid and the alleged middleman Jun Villamor. Bantag denies the charges and instead accuses Remulla of being the mastermind behind Lapid's death. In the United States, a gunman killed 10 people during a Chinese Lunar New Year celebration near Los Angeles. LA County sheriffs identified the suspect as 72-year-old Hu Kan Chun. Authorities say Chun turned a handgun on himself as police approached a white van he was driving about 34 kilometers from the site of the shooting in Monterey Park. In addition to the 10 deaths, another 10 people were shot. 7 of them remain hospitalized, with at least one person in critical condition. The shooting took place after 10 p.m. around the location of a 2-day Chinese Lunar New Year celebration, where many downtown streets are closed for festivities that draw thousands of people from Southern California. Filipino fans got to see South Korean actor Seon-Ho during his Manila fan meet on Sunday, January 22. Seon-Ho sang and played games with the audience during his 1, 2, 3 Smile fan meet. During his fan meet on Sunday, January 22, Seon-Ho got emotional over the support from the Filipino Sonohadas as they promised to be with him even through his hard times. The 36-year-old Seon-Ho is best known for his role in the series Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. He also appeared in the South Korean series Startup and 100 Days My Prince. Heads up, Arojas! ASTRO members Moonbin and Sanha are bringing their fan con tour Diffusion in the Philippines. Local promoter D&M Entertainment announces the FanCon is set for March 25. Additional details such as venue, ticket prices, and selling dates have yet to be announced. The upcoming FanCon will serve as their first FanCon as a subunit. Moonbin and Sanha released their first mini-album In Out in September 2020 to become Astros' first subunit. They released their latest album Incense in January. Mark your calendars, armies! Disney Plus announces the first solo documentary on BTS member J-Hope. Titled J-Hope in the Box, its global premiere will be on February 17. Disney Plus also unveils the poster for the documentary, which shows the rapper jumping before a checkered background. Disney Plus says the documentary will be a never-before-seen look at the creative challenges the BTS member faced for his first solo album, Jack in the Box, as well as the album's listening party and his preparation for Lollapalooza 2022. Jack in the Box was released in June 2022, while J-Hope made history as the first South Korean artist to headline Lollapalooza in August 2022. Disney Plus is also set to release another documentary that will feature all BTS members titled Beyond the Star. Additional details have yet to be announced. And that's today's wrap. I'm Julian Cirineo. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.